I enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces almost 21 years ago. The highlight of my career, both personally and professionally, was my deployment to Afghanistan in 2008 as the officer commanding the NATO military hospital in Kandahar. There I was part of a tremendous team of healthcare professionals from throughout the world. Thousands of Albertans have served as healthcare professionals in the Canadian Armed Forces. From stretcher bearers in the mud of Flanders, to medics on the beaches of Normandy, to dentists in the hills of Korea, to nursing officers in the jungles of Rwanda, and most recently medical officers like myself in the deserts of Afghanistan. And throughout, we are professional, we are highly skilled, and we stand ready to support our country and the world in its time of need. Being in the military teaches you to be a team member. And I have been so honored to witness the compassion, the professionalism, the dedication, and the service before self of the teams I've been so very fortunate to be part of. They're true heroes, the young medics, the young nurses. But we see the same heroism today in our hospital. The nurses, the support staff, coming into the hospital day in, day out, serving their patients, serving their fellow citizens. We see heroism in front of our eyes every day. The same heroism I saw in combat is on display here every day at the hospital. For me, it's a very personal time. It's a time when I use to remember my family members. I have a great-grandfather, grandfather, and great-uncle that served in both British and Canadian forces in the Great War. My great-grandfather survived 4 years of the trenches with the Black Watch of Scotland, only to be killed in the Glasgow Blitz in 1943. My grandfather was a fighter pilot with the Royal Air Force and was shot down and taken prisoner in January 1918. And my great-uncle served as an infantry officer with the Canadian Army and was killed in action at Amiens in August 1918. They have all been examples to me throughout my entire life, and I am so very honored to follow in their footsteps. But it's a day I also take time to remember the troops I've deployed with that were killed in action, the patients I looked after. Many survived, but some were left wounded with both visible and invisible scars, and many have died. And I do use Remembrance Day to take the time out of my day to remember their sacrifice. And I think by taking that time out and remember their sacrifice, it makes us all better Canadians.
Together, we do amazing things every day.